Hello, yogi friends, and welcome to my channel, Eva Find Your Flow. So today's class, we are going to be focusing on self-love and empowerment. It is so important to love ourselves and to look after ourselves. Often we're far more concentrated on the well-being of other people than on the well-being of ourselves. And of course, it's great to try and help other people and to try and make them happy. But it's also so important to feel good in ourselves on the inside. We really need to build a strong foundation within ourselves in order to grow. If we're feeling good, if we love ourselves, then this energy will radiate out to other people. And without even meaning to, you're going to help them. So in this class, we're going to be focusing a lot on backbends, on heart openers, to really let that energy flow into us, to really release our heart and hopefully release a little bit of self-love. So if you know you need some blocks, if you know you need a strap, then go and grab those, and I'll meet you here on the mat. Coming into a seated position, closing down your eyes. As always, coming into your breath first thing, coming into your body, elongating those inhales, elongating those exhales, maybe coming into your ujjayi breathing. Asking yourself, what can you do today as an act of self-love? Maybe it's showing up for this yoga class. Maybe it could be treating yourself to a nice piece of chocolate. Maybe it could be reading a good book or just taking some time out to just be with yourself. Knowing that it is so important to look after ourselves on the inside and outside. As I said earlier, it is the foundation of everything. All the relationships that we build with other people. First, it comes down to us. Slowly opening your eyes and coming into all fours. And we'll start with some cat-cows to awaken our spine. Inhale, gazing up to the sky. Exhale, cat. Pushing into your hands, rounding your spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Opening your chest. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, lifting your left leg, lifting your right arm, holding it here. A little bit of core strength. Exhale, elbow to knee, gazing down at your mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open once again. And then seeing if you can grab your back foot. You may want to strap for this. And lift. your left leg up as high as it will go. So staying open in our chest, maybe gazing back towards your left foot. Inhale, stretching out long. Exhale your right hand down, placing your knee and foot forward and coming into our low lunge. Pushing our hips forward. Nice and open in the hip flexors. Nice and long in the spine. Trying to push your chest through your arms. So even here it's a mini back bend. Maybe placing your hands down on your lower back. Leaning back a little bit, just as good, as deep as it feels good. Don't have to go deep here at all. Inhale your hands back up. Exhale, push your hands down and lift your back leg up. So now we're coming into high lunge. Inhale, lifting your hands. Exhale, folding, interlacing your hands behind your back. Coming in to our humble warrior. Relaxing your head. Just letting your shoulders open. Inhale, lifting. Opening your heart, pushing your chest through your hands. Exhale your hands to your lower back. Once again, just going as deep as you feel comfortable, as deep as your body will allow you. We've only just begun the practice, so don't worry if it's just a little back bend. And then you'll exhale your hands down, step back into high plank. Holding it here. Staying strong in your hands, strong in your shoulders. Lowering all the way down. Inhale, open your chest. Cobra, as high or low as you feel. Exhale, coming back to all fours. Coming on to the other side. So we'll lift our right leg up. Lift our left fingertips up and hold it here. Stretching them away from each other. Imagining you could touch something in front of you with your hands. You're trying to elongate here. And then exhale, contract, knee to elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open. Once again, you may want to grab your strap here. And then we'll come around. Maybe grab that back foot. Lifting your leg up. Can you gaze over your left shoulder? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale your left hand down. Right foot between your hands. Coming into our low lunge. Pushing your hips forward. Lengthening your spine. Using your breath to release tension. Placing your hands on your lower back as support. And coming into a mini back bend here. Gazing behind you. Remember, if this is not feeling good in your back, then just stay in your low lunge. Never force a position. Inhale, lifting your hands up. Exhale, pushing down. And inhale, lifting your arms. High lunge. Interlace your hands behind your back. Back foot at a 45-degree angle. And lower your chest to the inside of your right leg. Humble warrior. I can feel that right quad working. And we'll inhale, rising, lifting your arms. High lunge once again. Placing your hands on your lower back. Mini back bend. Gazing up. Exhale, your hands down. High plank. Lowering all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog this time. Maybe walking out your dog. Feeling into your body. And doing whatever you need to do in your down dog to feel comfortable. Soft gaze between your hands. Bend your knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, lift your chest, fingertips to the mat or your shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lifting, mini back bend maybe. Exhale, Tadasana. We'll do some Surya Namaskaras to wake ourselves up, to get some heat in our bodies. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming back to your breath. Coming back to your body. And once again, soft gaze between your fingertips, step or jump forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lifting. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Soft bend in your knees. One more time. Step or jump forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, stepping it all the way through. Inhale, lifting up into high lunge once again. Exhale, opening out into warrior two. Now, we're not going to stay here for long. We will straighten our right leg. Maybe walking that back foot in a little bit. Come down into our Trikonasana. So you can always place your right hand on a block or on your shin. The important thing here is making sure your chest is open. Your heart is open. Radiating love. Maybe extending that left arm along your ear. And then placing your hand down on the mat. Inhale, lift your right leg up, bend the knee. And if you feel called to, stepping behind you into our wild thing. Beautiful heart opener. If you feel open enough, you could even come into wheel. No stress. Exhale your hand down. Inhale, right leg lifts once again. Exhale your right knee to left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Sending that right foot off towards the side and opening up into our fallen triangle. Another beautiful heart opener. Big, beautiful, free. Maybe you can touch the floor. Maybe not. Exhale your hand down towards the mat. Inhale, lifting your right leg up. Exhale, coming forward. Maybe keeping that leg up and coming all the way down. So bend your right knee. Inhale, lift your chest. If you wanted to come into half king cobra. Exhale, fold. Pushing up into high plank and downward facing dog. Inhale, our left leg lifts up towards the sky, stretching up tall. Exhale, placing the foot all the way through. Inhale, coming back into our high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your left leg and slowly come down into our Trikonasana, placing your hand on the floor beside your foot or onto a block maybe, making sure that you're pushing your chest forward. We're not scrunched down. If you feel like you're doing this, then you should put your hand either on your shin or on a block to come up onto some height. Big open shapes today. We are empowering ourselves. We are confident. We have to be big and broad. We will not shrink. Maybe extending your right arm along your ear. Exhale your right hand down. Inhale, your left leg lifts up towards the sky and bend your knee. Maybe stepping back into wild thing, taking it as deep or as low as you want to go. You could even come into wheel if you feel open enough. Exhale your hand down, lifting your left leg back up. Inhale here. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Connect. Inhale, open. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Sending that left foot off towards the side, opening up into fallen triangle. Exhale your hand down. Inhale, lifting the left foot up. Maybe coming into a three-legged chaturanga all the way down to your mat. Placing your left knee down, bending. Inhale, lift your chest. Knee into half king cobra. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, pushing up, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Lowering your foot down onto the mat. And from here, we'll take our pigeon. But before we do, make sure you even out your hips. You could always pop a pillow or a block underneath your right hip to even them out a little bit if your left one is coming up too much. If you're feeling very open, you can open your foot out a little bit more. And then we will fold. So in order to open our hearts, we also need to open our hips. Backbends require a lot of open hip flexors. Well, we have two hip flexors, but if we want to do backbends, we have to open our hips first. Really, they do both at the same time, working both these muscles. Coming back onto your hands, extending your arms, opening your chest. And taking hold of your back foot, if you can. So just staying wherever feels good, trying to pull your foot towards your glutes. Opening your hip flexor. From here, we're going to take a series of back bends. If at any time you feel it's not right in your back, then just take a break. You could come into child's pose. You could do a fish instead. Always listen to your body. So I'll be walking us through King Pigeon. You might want to strap for this, or if you know that King Pigeon isn't good for your body, you could always come into Mermaid. So if you're coming with me, King Pigeon, you'll grab your left foot with your left hand, and then seeing if you can turn your elbow up towards the sky. So flip your grip. Again, this is more accessible if you use a strap. And then from here, seeing if you can touch your foot to your head. Maybe lifting your right hand, pushing your chest through your arms. Exhale, release. Coming back into downward facing dog. Haven't quite finished with that side yet. I just want you to relax your spine for a little bit for our next back bend. We'll inhale, lift our right leg up. Exhale, step it through. This time coming into low lunge. Inhale, lifting your hands. Pushing into your hips. So from here, you might want to grab a block. So our back bends are getting progressively a little bit more difficult. So we flipped our grip with Pigeon, and now we're going to flip our grip in low lunge. Again, if you know that this is not going to happen in your body, do not force it. You can take any back bend of your choosing or grab a strap. If you want to come with me, taking hold of your left foot with your left hand, you might want to put a cushion under your left knee because it can be quite intense. Placing a block underneath your right hand will make this more accessible as well. Walking your right foot over to the right side of your mat a little bit, bringing your back foot in as close as you can, seeing if you can flip your grip, placing your right hand down on your mat, using your fingertips as support. Exhale, bringing your hand down to the mat. Extend your right leg, folding over. Releasing your back. So we've really warmed up our hip flexors, we've warmed up our hamstrings. If you feel called to it, you can take your Hanumanasana, your split pose, or you can stay in your half split. Trying to even out the hips. So of course, taking any variation of split that you would like. I will be flipping my grip. Since this is a heart opening practice, we flipped our grip in pigeon, in low lunge. Maybe we can do it now in split. Maybe not. That's absolutely fine. So taking your back foot, if you're coming with me, bringing it in close, maybe taking a strap, flipping the grip, releasing your heart. Slowly lowering your foot back down, bringing your legs together. Dandasana, so a straight spine. I'm not going to do any forward folds yet because you've still got the other side. Stepping or jumping back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Lowering your leg down, coming into pigeon. So evening out your hips. Sending your right hip flexor down. Oh no, there's so many mosquitoes. This is the downside of having many trees in your garden and living in Rome. It can only get worse. It's only April. Lowering down over your leg. Relaxing, maybe closing down your eyes. Pushing back onto your hands, extending your arms, pushing your chest through, grabbing hold of your back foot. You can take a strap here. Pull your foot in closer towards your glutes. You should really feel that opening in your right hip flexor. So again, you can grab a strap here. You know where we're headed, King Pigeon or Mermaid if you prefer. Taking hold of your back foot with your right hand, sending your elbow up to the sky, flipping your grip, and then sending your head back, maybe grabbing hold of the foot with your other hand. Exhale your hands down. Inhale, sending your left leg up. Exhale, stepping it between your hands. low lunge. Inhale, lifting your chest. Exhale, pushing forward with your hips. You might want your block for this, placing it under your left fingertips for a little bit more support. Taking hold of our right foot, maybe putting a cushion underneath the knee. Maybe seeing if you can flip the grip. And if you can't, that's absolutely fine. Just stay where it feels good. Slowly releasing, coming back, straightening your left leg. Half split. If you feel called to it, if you feel open, maybe coming into full split. And taking any variation. And taking the time to feel into it. If you want to flip your grip, you can come with me. Grabbing hold of our back foot. Once again, maybe placing something under the knee. So you can send your elbow up towards the sky. Your back hand down. Flipping and opening. Slowly releasing. Bringing your right leg to meet the left. And this time we can forward fold. Relaxing over your legs, releasing. Inhale, lifting your chest. Exhale, Dandasana. So from here we're going to take a Shavasana. So set yourself up. You could grab a blanket, you can grab some cushions. I suggest you grab a chair. So let me show you. We have done a lot of deep back bends. So what I really love doing after a back bend class to really help release your lumbar spine is placing your hands, what am I saying? Your feet up onto a chair. You could also use a wall. So your lumbar spine is pushing into your mat. This is just a great way of releasing, just the best counter pose, I find. There is fruit falling everywhere. Closing down your eyes. Coming back to our intention, self-love and empowerment. I want you to imagine a seed of light in your heart. This seed of light represents love. Feel it glow. Feel it slowly get bigger and bigger. When you inhale, you ignite it. You send it to other parts of your body. Feel this tingling sensation, this love growing in your heart. Reaching your shoulders, trickling down your arms, your fingertips. It's beautiful, soft rose light. Feel it coming up through your neck, your face. Exhale, you're sending it down through your spine, your hip flexors, your thighs. Traveling through your shins until your toes. The whole body is glowing with light. Glowing with love. Love for yourself. Gratitude for yourself, for your body. Knowing that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And you're beautiful, just the way you are. Slowly bringing some movement back to your fingertips, to your toes. You'll always stay in this position for longer. You're coming with me, rolling onto your side, pushing up, coming back to a seated position. Your mouse. What is it you're going to do today for yourself? Treat yourself. Spend at least 10 minutes doing something today for yourself. This practice, of course, could count, but If you can do something else on top of this, even better. I would love to know how you found this class, what you're going to do for yourself today as an act of self-love. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste, yogis. Sending you love. Goodbye.